Hey everyone, Levi here with Trident Fly Fishing, and today we're going to be tying a Comet fly. Let's get started with a TMC 7999 hook in the vise. This is a size 6, but you can tie this to probably down to 10 or 12 or so. So let's lay a thread base down here first, and we're using orange 140 denier flat waxed nylon thread. So let's bring this body on back to about the bend of the hook, and you want to really keep your thread wraps nice and neat for this fly, just so you have a better body on the outside. So let's move into some bucktail. We'll grab some of this. I'm looking for shorter fibers right now because this isn't a super big fly, and I want to maintain some of the taper that's naturally built into these fibers. Usually the shorter ones are a little closer to the back piece. Here we go, it's a good clump. We're looking about, maybe a pencil's width and length, and we'll clear out the shorts. So clip that off nice and close to the hide. And then I'm just gonna even these ends out, just so it's nice and flush. And I'll remove the short hairs, those don't serve us any purpose here. And we don't need them to be paintbrush straight or anything like that. I want a little bit of taper to them, but I just don't want super long hairs sticking with super short hairs. So let's clean up that end. We're gonna measure this to be about 1.5 times the length of the shank, just right about there. And we'll get this pinch wrapped and advance our thread forward. We're gonna trap all this bucktail right on the shank just so that it creates an even profile whenever we go to wrap some tinsel. And all the materials that we're working with today can be found at tridentflyfishing.com, and orders over $49 do ship for free. It's a good steelhead pattern if you want to get the box ready. We got everything you need there. So clip off the excess. We're going to move right into some bead chain eyes. We're using size large, color silver. Get these secured right where that hump sort of descends, and figure eight them. Do a few of these helicopter wraps. This fly, you can certainly glue this, but you can get these in pretty tight without it too. Now we're gonna bring our thread on back, and we're gonna roll on into some tinsel. We're using size 12 mylar tinsel from Danville here. Gold on one side, silver on the other. We're gonna tie it in so the silver side is the one that shows. Get that ready. And we're also gonna use some Unifrench. This is size small, color silver. Gonna be a nice ribbing material, add some durability. So cut yourself off 6 inches or so. And we'll tie this in first, the flat one. We wanna tie it with the gold side facing us, so that whenever you wrap it, we show the silver side. So get that secured, and then we'll clean it up a little bit before we tie our round ribbing tinsel in. We're using Unifrench, color silver, size small. So cut yourself off 4 or 5 inches and tie that in right where you tied in the flat tinsel. So we'll get this secured and then advance our thread forward. But you want to, again, make sure everything's nice and clean on the underbody there, so it doesn't have any gaps or sort of bumps or anything. All right, now that we're good to go there, let's wind this flat tinsel. You want nice wraps that are close to one another so your orange body doesn't shine through. And you want to bring this all the way up to those eyes. Actually, I'm sorry, not all the way up to those eyes. You want to leave yourself a little bit of room there. Just a little more, one more wrap. And that should be good. And that gives plenty of room for us to tie our collar in. So snip that excess off, and then we'll get this round wire going, or round tinsel, I'm sorry. You want just nice, evenly spaced wraps, so add durability to the fly. Also kind of ties the look together a little bit better in my opinion. All right, get that tied off just the same. Clip this out of the way. Now we're gonna move into some strung neck hackle. You'll see we have a variety of different feathers here. What I'm looking for is something that's nice and webby. We need those webby characteristics to build that nice collar. So let's sort through here until we find one that we like. Some patches tend to have more than others, so be sure to really look through them, find what suits your needs. These are two good feathers. I'm gonna pull them both out now. And we'll get rid of this less webby stuff up top by tying this in at the tip. So you wanna sweep those webby fibers back, and we'll tie this in at a southwest angle, about a 45 degree. That'll make wrapping it easier. So get that secured, and we can snip that out of the way. Clear out those few straggling fibers, put our thread right behind the eye. So now we're just gonna wrap this forward. You wanna sweep those fibers rearward to create a nice flowing collar. And just bring this hackle all the way up behind the eyes. Tie it off. One last wrap should do it. And we'll hold it in place. Bring our thread back and get that secured. So from here, we'll clean things up just a little bit, and we'll eventually tie it off. I just want to make sure we don't have any straggling fibers and that our head looks nice and neat. So from here, we'll hit it with a half hitch, then a whip finish. Oop. That is a Comet. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.